Welcome back to Down to Earth Outdoors, y'all. You're staring at my lilac tree, planted about a week ago or so, maybe something like that. There ain't nothing wrong with it. It's thriving, even though I had a broken branch, guys. Just wanted to show y'all that I can still plant. You know, it'll still come out just fine after you plant it, so you ain't got nothing to worry about, guys. I want to come over here and give y'all a little update on this. This is the broccoli. I recommend growing it if you ain't. It's one of them high dollar crops. If you've been to Walmart lately, you know what I'm talking about. Um, do it yourself, guys. Go out. If you're afraid to, start your own seedlings and stuff, go out and go to a greenhouse and get some that's already rooted, guys. Put them in the ground. And if you don't know what you're doing, stay subscribed to this channel, guys. I can at least get you some good vegetables on the table by the end of end of the summer. Tag along with me, guys. I'm going to show you. I just want to show you. Look around here. Them's the tomatoes on the right, peppers on the left, various peppers. You got banana, you got bell pepper, you got mixed grilling peppers, and you got jalapenos. Over here, you got two strains or two cultivars of tomatoes. You got one Sweet 100, which is cherries, and you got a Jet Star, which is like a sandwich tomato. Them things sticking out between my broccoli right there, as you guys can see. Them are just regular red onions. They're not green onions, so you're going to want to chop them as they grow a little bit, because that onion down there you planted, it's still a little bitty. If you pull it out right now, it may look like it's doing good. It's still a little bitty, but it's focusing on root growth right now, guys. That's what it's doing. It's making roots and a lot of foliage on top. Cut that back so your bulb will get bigger, and then eventually you're going to have to go dig around to where how big you want that onion so it can fluff out a little bit. Because if your ground's too hard over a couple weeks of it raining and just falling and compacting, that onion's going to be tight, and it's not going to want to expand out. If you want a bigger onion, you got to loosen your soil up around it. And I'll stay tuned and subscribe, guys. Show you that in the upcoming videos. We're going to get in specific with every little plant once they come, and I'll show you how to harvest everything on this channel, show you how to dry it, various things. Just like your potatoes or your onions, you're going to want to cure them and let them dry, all that good stuff, guys. So let's get over to this garden real quick, and then I'm going to touch about water, touch about how why you should dechlorinate and all that good stuff, guys. So now right here you can see I got straw. Well, right here there's nothing growing. That's how I do it. I put straw down as I lay them. Well, I got seedlings started in the windowsill inside, so I can make a video about that, but I'm sure that'll bore you guys just looking at seedlings. I'm going to make another planting video coming up about various different vegetables I have, just off the wall stuff that we're growing this year. Everything that you see out here, we eat a lot of, so you will see I don't grow just stuff that I don't know I like. I may try a couple things, but other than that, it's usually my steady what we like to eat and what we like to use for flavoring, get flavors out of meats and stuff like onions and stuff like that. So let's take a little peek. If you guys want, we'll take a little peek at the sweet corn stuff that's coming up. Everything's loving it right now. We're getting to about summertime. I mean, we're late spring, early summer, getting there, not quite, but as you guys can tell, there's a bunch of it looks like junk stuff laying in the garden. That ain't junk stuff, guys. That's it's gonna bring a bunch of goodness to your garden. That right there is an eggshell. That right there is an onion peel. That right there is an old potato. That right there is an old tomato. And don't sit them on your rows. And what I mean by that is, don't sit them where you're, like if I had a straight row across and I planted green onions or whatever, don't lay them on top of that. Lay them beside that. I usually covered up with straw. I ain't got to these yet. These are just, our recent just stuff that we had fresh and we threw out. It was either bad or we just ate it, and we have a little container inside. We throw all that stuff in. We'll bring it out in a bag. There's actually a bag sitting over there. I'm gonna spray it out tonight, and that's just how we do it, guys. Any waste like that, that's not meat or anything like that, but just any vegetables. That's what I do. I come out here and it eventually be beneficial to your garden, bring a lot of diversity. If that doesn't make sense to you guys, stay tuned. I'm going to get in details about stuff. I just wanted to give you all a roundabout of what this channel is going to be about, and I do like fishing, I like gardening, so just let me know what you guys want to see. Drop a comment, drop a like. I'm new to YouTube, guys, just trying to get this thing, just trying to get at least 1,000 subscribers so I can go live. That's all I want, guys. And let's touch a little bit about these. Let me show you guys my, so right here, there's my tag for sweet corn. So right there back is sweet corn. And the reason I put the sweet corn is, like I told you in the previous video, see how the sun's setting that way? Sun's up there. Well, if my sweet corn were right over there, it's gonna shade everything in this garden at this time. You don't want that. So you're gonna have to think ahead, think where your sun sets and sun, you know, comes up. So here's my green onions, or I'm sorry, yellow onions right here, guys. I got a couple rows of that, a couple rows of carrots and iceberg lettuce and various different vegetables out here, guys. I'm not gonna bore you too much on looking at plants, but right now I just want to show y'all that's what I do. And with like you seen the eggshells and stuff, I just want to explain that and explain why this area over here is bare and looks like a mud hole. It ain't. It's just ready for, I've been mixing various onions and stuff like that in there too, guys. Eggshells, just getting it ready to be broken down and becoming nutrients for your plants that, you know, they're gonna thrive in midsummer. When that stuff breaks down, they're gonna be thriving. So you don't have to add as much plant food, kind of fill them out. I'll get into all the plant food I use, guys. It's all got to be OMRI listed, OMRI listed. That means all organic. It's pretty hard to get that on their nutrients, so it's usually I use Down to Earth most of the time. So subscribe to Down to Earth Outdoors, y'all. These are our sugar snap peas over here. Let me get you a little look on that. And I do have a fence, same as the other side on. You know, it was cheap. It wasn't bad. Under 20 bucks for each fence on each garden, guys. We're gonna have another garden too here soon. I'll be making a video about that. But here's our rows of sweet peas, sugar snap peas, as y'all can tell in here. And then over here is our blue lake bush beans, and then we got some more different cultivar of sugar snap peas right here. So we're mixing it up a little bit. And then we got a strawberry right here. And then we got a two blueberries right there, one on each side of the pole, guys. So stay tuned, guys. We even got some mints growing, flourishing, chicken and hens, a couple buckets of garlic. There's garlic over here, guys. And let me show you some Gold Rush potatoes and what they look like coming out before I end this video, y'all. So when you bury your potatoes, all it does, if you guys ever heard your mama telling you there was eyes on potatoes and they can, you know, make plants grow, they're not lying. You cut them up in pieces, cut out each eye if you want, or, you know, you can have 2 eyes right by each eye. It doesn't matter, however you want to do it. You can even put a whole tomato or potato in there and it'll still grow just fine. But let me show you how I do it. I'll cut it up in little quarters like you'd fry them or something, but keep the eyes on them. And then you want your eyes facing the sun, facing, you know, the moon, whatever you want to call it, the sky. You don't want it facing the ground, guys. So, and you can see, let me show you that's what a potato plant looks like coming up. And that's just, you know, that's no longer the eye. This is actually the potato plant. This is called a slit, potato slit. So you don't want to put this a 30-gallon thing. I put 3 inches to start with. They're starting to pop up. So once they get about 3-4 inches, I'm going to put more dirt. So just bury that with another 3 or 4 inches of dirt, and then we're going to call that good with the dirt, guys. We're not done yet with adding dirt to this. And yes, I did add straw. It ain't going to hurt it. Just going to decompose. It's going to be helpful later on. Let's get to that watering container. My reservoir is what I call it. Let me show you guys what I'm talking about. So what I mean by just dechlorinating the water and stuff. So the only reason I have the lid on this, guys, because I was burning cardboard boxes earlier, and I didn't want the ashes and all that bad junk in there, so I shut the lid. I usually keep the lid off. Sorry about that, guys. A semi blew past, probably going over the speed limit, but I keep the lid off all the time, and that what that does is dechlorinate. When I fill that up, it'll dechlorinate that water. It off gases that water from the chemicals that anybody, you know, at the water department, they'll tell you there's bad stuff in there. I wouldn't be drinking it unless you have all kinds of good filters. But I'm just explaining to you guys, if you fill this up with tap water from your sink, you're going to want to leave a lid off. Don't close it up, and it'll off gas your water, and it gets that chlorinate out, or that chlorine and whatever else is in there. It'll off gas, and it's only beneficial, guys. You can have chlorine problems with your plants, and they'll like die and get nasty looking, and you could have a lot of issues. If you're on well water, you don't have to worry about this. Earth naturally filters that for you. So if you're on tap water, keep that in mind. You gotta dechlorinate your tap water. Now, I did say I left it off all the time, and if it rains, rainwater is the best water to have, guys. And that's the only thing I got to say. Leave the lid off and you're in good shape. Just want to give you all a little tip about that. If you do leave the lid on, it will cause all kinds of algae and stuff to build up in there, and you don't want that. UV actually kills algae and stuff and bacteria in the water, so you want your lid off. Just want to give you all that little tip, and happy growing. Hope you guys have a lot of vegetables to put on your table this year. Follow this channel. There's gonna be plenty more to come, guys. I'm trying to introduce you to myself. I'm trying to let you guys fill me out, so you guys can, you know, subscribe, comment. Just feel like you're one of one of my family members. That's how I want you guys to feel. Comment. Don't ever be afraid to ask questions, even if you think it's a dumb question. Please just drop a comment, guys. There ain't nobody gonna make. I'll get you back. If somebody makes fun of you, I'll get you back. I'll just delete them or whatever, guys. Don't ever be afraid to ask a comment. Sorry if today's video bored y'all. It's not drama packed or nothing, but those are upcoming. I do like watching certain videos on YouTube. I'm trying to bring that to you guys. So I want you guys to be one of those people I like on YouTube, and I'm just trying to do that. So I love family, friends, and God, guys. So I'm sure there's a lot of people like me that likes the outdoors, friends, family, and God. So hope you all enjoyed this video. Take care, y'all.
Laid in the shade, chewing on a hickory twig. Pass that bottle, I'll have me a swig. I ain't got a lot, but I think I got it made in the shade. I'm just laid up here in a country state of mind, catching these fish